Okay, I think we're about to enter one of the coolest areas, not only in Taiwan, but one of the coolest areas here in Tucheng. Okay, so I have no idea if this is private territory here. It is not declared private territory. I don't know what this is here. Look at the things attached on this thing, like, that looks like bacon, and the other thing is lobsters. It's very weird. Triton. If anyone knows anything about Triton, then you know that it is a company for people that play video games. They design audio hardware. Okay, hardware, not software, meaning I hate the word, but headsets. I used to play video games, but a couple years ago I stopped. It was one of the best decisions I made. And this is the only car I see here. It seems to be the only car here. So if you look over there, see that? Let me zoom in a little more. Cannot see it properly. I'll go a little further and show you what that is. Yup. So this is what it is. I hear children over there. So apparently somebody's living here. I don't know what this is. This is like, I don't know, super isolated? Maybe not, but like protected, I guess. Just the size of it. You could easily host a barbecue over here. It's quite spacious. But now to the weird part of this area. Okay, so I see a person there. In this area here, as you can see, there is several cars parked, which apparently is leading down the road. Like the way it's built here, the backside area, or whatever you want to call it, is like a, I don't know, connective road or connective main road, which essentially is leading down there, and what's down there is what I think is the main road. This is what they're hiding here. That's why it's so protected. You see? That's so cool. I wish more countries would do that, where kids have actually space to be themselves and be as loud as they want. They're kids. They need to be loud. Why? They're kids. We all were kids at one point in our life. And as I'm walking down here, as you can see, or maybe start to maybe think, it might be the main road. Why? Well, because it is. Let me show you. Take a look. Oh, recording is a little shaky. Anyway, so as you look to your left, you see? That's the main road. If you pull into there, meaning there, that's probably not the main road anymore. If you drive this way, this is not really the main road anymore, but what I do believe is this is just the side part, like this area. This is essentially the side part of the main road. This is like the last bit of the main road. So basically from this point on, the main road ends, but if you drive straight and turn left, that's where the main road continues, which I'm going to show you in a bit once I exit this area. Yeah, because as you will see, the street on the other side looks very different. And apparently there is, that looks, farming land, or farmland, whatever you want to call it. Farmer's land. And he's got some nice barbecue setup there. It's pretty basic. You see? American style barbecue equipment. Or, I don't know. Equipment is maybe the wrong word because it's only one piece, not 27 pieces like in America, but anyway, it looks cool. I've seen actually a similar one, or an identical one, in a different location, this barbecue equipment piece, whatever you want to call it. I don't know its name, actually. Just a couple days ago, but I think that was, where was that? It was in a different town, actually. And now, let me show you a very, I don't know, weird part in this area. A house. Okay, you guys see this house there? My God, that reminds me of The Walking Dead. Look how much land that person there has. Whoever is living there must have a lot of money. It's not the most modern house, but he was like, hey, I care more about land, so I'll purchase quite a bit of land, so he did that. And he's got quite some land here. It might not be an acre, but I'd say it is like a quarter of an acre. You might not really be able to see it here because all these small trees are kind of blocking the view. But let me show you the house from a different angle real quick. And for the record, I've never seen anything like this before. Like, this area is really, I would say, post-apocalyptic. It really looks post-apocalyptic. And look this. And look this. And look at this. You see that? This one says Kronos. If anybody knows anything about Kronos, then comment down below. Because I don't. No, I'm kidding. Kronos, they sell, as far as I know, they sell only one item. And the only item they sell are those, it's not even USB flash drives, but it's kind of like designed, or exactly designed, I think, or almost exactly designed, like a USB flash drive, which you plug in into your, I don't know, Xbox or whatever platform you play on. Again, I don't play video games. And you can use it as an adapter to, you know, use a controller from a different platform, like, meaning use the one you use for your Xbox, use that for your PC, for example. Why I know about that? Well, I've had one like that, if I remember correctly, like 5 years ago, I think. And this is the house. Look at this house. It reminds me of that house from The Walking Dead, where this guy called Jesus, because he looks like Jesus, apparently, they said. Does he really look like Jesus? I don't know. I'm not gonna debate or argue or talk about that. That's not the point of the video. But it reminds me of that. It looks very much like that house, or could be mixed memory or whatever. I don't know. It's been 7 years, I think, since I've watched The Walking Dead. But for the record, I've never seen anything like this before, an area like this before, in 3 years of traveling and in 18 countries. 18 countries of solo travel. The countries I've been to with my parents when I was a teenager, I didn't even count these. Croatia, Germany. I think I've even been to Montenegro as a kid. I don't remember. More of these here. What company? I don't know. I don't know what that is. And to give you an idea how spacious this land area is, I mean, take a look. Look how vast. This area alone is like, I would say, half an acre. 0.5 acres. This area alone here. And with the area behind us that's like owned by the owner of that house, what, that would make a cool thumbnail actually. So there, 0.25 acres, I'd say more or less. So 0.75 acres, maybe slightly less, maybe slightly more. I don't know. Not 1 acre, but not far off it or not far from it either. Like, I don't know how about you guys, but I think that's pretty cool. Because the countries I've traveled to before, man, they don't have lands like this. Lands in the sense of like this like landscape. They don't have it. Malta, for example, what they have, I think it's only one area in Malta where I've been to. It was a guided tour for free though, because it was part of the accommodation I booked back then where I was staying at. It was really vast, but dude, you could not build a house there. Absolutely not. No fucking chance. Like, near the area, like half a mile or 1 or 2 miles nearby, like down the coast. Why am I saying down the coast? Because it was in a beach mountainous area. So you had the beach down on the, I don't know how to say it, but like on the ground, yeah. Let's phrase it like that. On the floor, ground level, you had the beach, okay, on the floor, on the ground, and then above it, there were mountains, kinda. This is one exit, one entrance. On the other side is the other one. We came from the other side. We entered through there, but we exit through here. Let's go. Greece, on the other hand, my God, what vast lands they have in Greece. But, goodness Christ in heaven, like, could you build a house there? I don't know, man. Just because you have land, it doesn't mean it necessarily automatically qualifies the land for you to be able to build a house there, nor to live there. You need a very specific land type to be able to live there and live properly, you know. And I think this area here, man, like, now let me show you again. I think this area here, where we just were, I think it qualifies itself. I don't know. Could you imagine living in such an area? Comment down below, share your facts, and let me know, and let's connect.